Hey guys, what's up? It's Babushi Gaming. Um, I have a lot of news. So, first off, the rebirth system was pulled. Essentially, too many people didn't like it. Now, I've heard what it seems is that, from other people I've talked to, they liked it, but there was a good amount of people that didn't like it. I mean, that's kind of understandable, you know. The votes. Never mind. I don't know where they went. But so they pulled it, and they're just gonna keep continuing. Um, so yeah, that's that. And on the other note, U40 is going to be the last update for DSS III. Well, no, let me say that wrong. I said that wrong. U40 is going to be the last update for DSS III that the entire team is working, like Jordan, Morrison, all of them. Because if you look here, it's official. We're making another game. We're developing a more arcade and accessible game as our new flagship. It'll be open alongside DSS 3, but will be far more efficient and far cooler features. We can continue upgrading DSS 3 with ships. So it's two different games. It's two things. So I'll put up some messages that Jordan said in the chat, like okay. So there's gonna be DSS 4 is confirmed. I'm just gonna go and say it. DSS 4 is confirmed. Don't ask me what's going to be it because I have no clue. All I know is it's going to be kind of like a blend between DSS 2 and DSS 3. Now, when I say that, I know for sure that they're not going to go with super realistic ships now. When I say that, they're going to continue adding ships, but he said, let's say instead of it being a USS Alabama or the Alabama class container ship, it'd be like a Florida class, where it's basically the same thing with just a few minor details, so it's not as realistic now. I'm kind of mixed on that because I'm worried, because I loved the amount of quality and detail that they put into their ships, and I'm oh, that's just great, the ships are just so incredibly detailed, I love it, and then I'm also is this gonna mean that we get more ships, or is it gonna be less detailed ships? Because there's not enough information for us to know. All I know is he said expect stuff to come around. They'll start announcing some stuff around December, and initial footage around January, but don't this. I mean January next year, that is. So we've got a long way before this game. I'm guessing that next summer is when it'll be in beta. At the earliest, I don't know. I mean, and another thing is, so let's just go and so I'll go ahead and read some of the screenshots I took. So DSS 4 plans are wild, was the first thing he said. So one thing that is different from DSS 3 to DSS 4 that I know is for sure is it's all going to be planned. Unlike DSS 3, where it's kind of just whatever they felt like, submarines maybe, and then frigates, and then yada yada yada, just different things. Another thing, they will never abandon or close DSS 3. Let me make this as clear as I can make it when I say they will never abandon or close it. Jordan has said 30 times in the Discord, people keep screaming that is it going to be closed? No. The reason why DSS 2 is closed is because Roblox broke it, okay? And so Tommy is going to continue working on DSS 3 and adding stuff and so Tommy will continue working on that while after U40. So once U40 is implemented, U40 is still coming. I think everything that was planned for U40 is coming in U40, but I'm not too sure. But once it's U41, U42, after that there's going to be it's just going to be Tommy working on that. While meanwhile Jordan and Marson will be working on either the new arcade game or DSS 4. It's going to be, I feel it's going to be both, because I'm a little so their new game will be built around Xbox and mobile compatibility in waves. That's one thing that he said. Guess what that means. I don't know if like, cause when I asked the question, I wasn't sure if he was joking or not, cause I'm pretty gullible, and he's like no PC, so I'm like, I'm not sure if like, cause I'm confused, cause like I know majority of the player base is PC, so could just be a joke, but again I don't know, but they are very adamant about Xbox and mobile compatibility, and waves. Um, oh, that's another thing. Waves were not going to be added in U40. If I'm correct, because they weren't good enough. So for them to say it's not good enough, then like, dang. Like, because that one video I did on like waves, that was like test one. They did 48 of those tests. So you can imagine how hard they were working just to get that implemented. Just don't assume DSS 3 will be abandoned. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying Tommy will be working on DS3 by himself after after update 40, and Jordan and Marcia are going to work on other things. Okay. So some of the things that I've like heard in U40 is like kind of just making it easier on the entire like game itself, like not having to require mods for stuff like that, and one thing he said was like ships going through each other in port. This way, like, ramming stuff, just like a general area where like collision is off. Let's see here. Yeah, so basically, because they can't do reburst, the reburst is going to be was going to be a major feature for DSS 3, and they're just going to confirm DSS 4. Like, it makes sense, because, like, he said, like, multiple times, even before this, that, like, he feels like DSS 3 is coming at its limit and stuff. We were always going to make, quote, we were always going to make a new game. DSS 3 is at the end of its life cycle, and it's at the point where it's nigh high on impossible to add new features to it. We expect to start late this year, but because of our biggest planned feature, Rebirth, not being taken well, we're moving everything forward, end quote. So, it's easier to just start fresh instead of, like, forcing that. Like, I honestly, I feel like they did the right thing in the end. As much as I love the feature and other people liked it, it was just, I guess, too many people just found it problematic. And rebirths are not coming in DSS 4, as far as I'm concerned right now. So don't expect them to come in DSS 4. I mean, that's not to say that there might be still, like, a level system, but just not complete rebirths. Like, you just earn X amount of points to level up, and you earn the next ship, Because we had, there was a big... He said expect the jump to be as massive as DSS 2 to DSS 3, and that was pretty big, in my opinion. So they still say the plans are wild. So, like, he said, quote, we will definitely be adding new boats and small features, but we won't be able to do anything huge, end quote. So, like, that's like, anything huge, I guess, would be like waves, the reverse system, AI system, AI, like boats and aircraft in the water, and, I guess helicopters, but those are never going to be added, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe in U40, but, I mean, sorry, not U40, DSS 4, I don't know what I'm saying. So, they plan for DSS 3 to be open at the same time, and to receive updates at the same time. For the new game and DSS to be open at the same time. So, DSS is still going to receive updates. Don't act like it's going to be a dead game. Just kind of think of it like, I'm trying to think of like a game that a lot of people play. It still gets updates. I mean, I guess you could kind of say like GTA 5 and GTA 6. Like, GTA 6 is like not even being announced. Like, it's not even been like really announced, I think. People are guessing Vice City. Like, and GTA 5 still receives updates, like, we're still getting cars and stuff added, We got the Coyote, the new heist, but, they're not going to add like a new massive feature, as far as I'm concerned. But, that's kind of what it's going to be like, They're not going to add like, online stock market or, working jobs online besides the ones that they already have, like being a cashier and grocery store worker. I don't know, stuff like that. Just kind of small fun features, you know. Who knows what they are yet? Probably wasn't the best analogy, but whatever. They did say that they will work on dynamic waves from the very start, which I'm very interested in, because they'll definitely make the game a lot more realistic. He said, quote, "The scale of the game will be greatly increased, like the jump from DSS II to DSS III," end quote. That is definitely promising because, I mean, you know, that's pretty massive. Open roadmap is something I'm really looking forward to, because then, you know, that's basically my channel is just an open roadmap. I cannot comment on fundamentals. The scope of operation increased and changed a lot from the lessons of DSS 3. The plan to transition to fully mesh. I figured, you know, because they were moving to Blender more, I'm like, this is interesting. I kind of figured, I mean, like, I can make a square in Blender, and all you do is insert a square. That's as far as I've gotten. No one will teach me, and I have no idea how to learn, and not the patience. Okay. Alright, quote, "To expand, we are moving to a more stylized approach where ships are heavily fictionalized. This is to allow our developers an easier time and not having to stick to 100% accuracy." So that's where I'm like a little concerned. Like, not like, I know it won't be bad. I'm just like, I mean, like, honestly, I don't even know like half the ships out there, so like, but they're still gonna, like, I guess, you know, what it's gonna be is like ships based off of something, you know. Oh no, my charger's name up. Like I said earlier, like the Alabama and Florida, or like, you know, a Nimitz class carrier, you know, but not like super detailed, or I don't know. Don't expect it to be like fictional, like a freaking like Avengers carrier where it like floats in the air or whatever, you know. We do plan to flesh out AI events. Is one thing. Combat won't change much, but that will be only recognizable feature from game to game. So like a lot of things from DSS 3 will not carry over to DSS 4, as far as I'm concerned. Besides, like, you know, the leaderboard, or the player list thing at the top right. They do want a closer relationship to shipping lanes in the next game. What I'm hoping is a new cargo system. That's like honestly something that I'd really like, because the cargo, like, to be honest, the cargo system in DSS is just plain boring and repetitive, and it's just not fun. Like, it really isn't. Like, being honest here, like, Cargo V2 is something I've been really hoping they add to the game, and they're just gonna probably put that in DSS 4. I hope they just redo the entire cargo system in general, because the new one right now, the one that we have in right now, it's just boring. No offense. It's just, I mean, it was good when the game came out, yes, but like after 4 years, yeah, it's been 4 years. Can't believe it. It's just the same stuff. You know, we had the G2 like 2 years ago, and we like still haven't gotten anything new, in terms of like bigger cargo ships. And, you know, personally, I feel like that's been a really big thing that should have been updated, is a new cargo ship, because, like, I don't know what it is, but like, there's something about just getting a bigger earning or more earning ship that just like appeals to a lot of people, including me. And yeah, DSS 4 will be their new flagship. So, yeah, in the end, DSS 3 will not close. Nothing will, like, never mind. DSS 4 is gonna be great, and like my tone might sound like not sound like it. I'm just kind of tired and like still like kind of shocked, because like, I mean, like, I knew that was, I mean, I didn't know that was coming, just to be honest. I figured, like, you know, U40 it's gonna be great, you know, then U41, you know, maybe helicopters will be added, you know? Like, that's something I'd really like, you know, most likely wouldn't be added, just because, like, helicopters landing on people's ships, you know? I've only been in a helicopter in DSS a few times, but, I don't know, just, my bar is set, it's set kind of high, honestly. Just kind of some of the things, it's not what I expect, it's more, like, I don't expect certain features, I just expect greatness. And I expect that because that's all this game has been. Just greatness. Update after update. Just something great added. Torpedoes, missiles, PvP, carriers, whatever it is. It's just greatness. And I know that if any game developers will do it, it's bad yet. Like, they care more than anything about this game. Make sure you guys just show your support for them. Again, DSS 3 is not dying, okay? It's not gonna die, because it's a really popular game. Basically, they're just gonna be working more on DSS 4 and their arcade game than DSS 3. So, don't expect, like he said, bigger features to be added in DSS 3. They'll still add boats and stuff, and small features. Just don't expect anything major. And that's what I'm expecting. So, it's like, it's still going to receive updates, you know, boats here and there, you know, big boats, small boats, little boats. I guess it's small boats. You know, but, like, you know, no new islands or anything like that, you know. So yeah, that's all we have on DSS 4 as of right now. I'm sorry if, like, I said anything that, like, you guys still have questions about. Just DM me on Discord. You guys know where it is. Links in the description to my Discord. Just comment whatever if you're concerned or what anything. I'll happily answer them. Yeah. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of DSS 3. This isn't DSS 3. This is Twitter. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.